Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is Thursday, March 20th, and I'm Key. Welcome to Cruise with Key. I excuse me, no, I look like a housewife. Somebody just chilling, like I look like I just cooked and cleaned and stuff. Yeah, I had an after work nap. And I was like, before I begin to shut down for the evening. We're prepared for tomorrow and then shut down for the evening. I need to do a video. I have not done one this week. Um, so here we are. I will not be here long. There is a storm coming in my area. And you know how back in the day, your parents used to be like, you can't be on the phone, turn all the lights off and the TV so you won't be getting stuck by the thunder, hit by struck by lightning or whatever. So I don't go that hard, but I like to make sure everything is charged up and I'm off of it. And I'm really just watching the TV because I mean, that's about the only technology I really deal with. But anyway, I wanted to say, I wanted to get on here and, especially being as though like next week is the end of March. It's like a day after next week. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know what I mean. I'm not about to describe it. And I told you I just woke up. That's a logo. Took a little nap. But what I'm saying is March is almost over. Pretty much 11 more days. Okay. We have 11 more days. And I don't know if I do it every March. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that I have shared with you all or mentioned endometriosis. March is endometriosis month, and I'm always bringing awareness because I think it's important. Mainly because I know a lot of women who have menstrual cycles and they tend to be in a lot of pain. And that's when I knew something was wrong with me. And I tell women all the time that if you having a menstrual cycle and it's like excruciating cramping, yeah, that's not normal. You got your cramps, but then there's a whole, it's a completely different cramping when you have endometriosis. I used to have really, really, really bad cramps. I would go to the hospital from cramping. Um, they would say you probably, you need an antibiotic, you probably got a UTI, you probably got a bladder infection. They causes bad crampings too. You could have a STD, they cause bad cramping too, depending on what it is. And I used to be like, yeah, no, I'm not sexually active because when you have endometriosis, honestly, having endometriosis and a menstrual cycle causes like irregular bleeding. It causes painful periods. It causes pain before, during, and after your cycle. It also causes pain during sex. So, depending on the level of pain, ain't nobody thinking about no sex. I don't even want you to touch me when I'm in my pain. Half the time, I don't want nobody in my presence when I'm in pain. So, I used to be so frustrated. I used to just be so frustrated, and everything was always negative, of course. And then one day, 2007, doctor gynecologist told me that I needed to have laparoscopic surgery because he needed to literally look inside to see exactly what was going on with this pain. And I was diagnosed with endometriosis. And I have literally suffered from it since. Um, I'm talking about, like, I'm not going to like really go into details how bad my cycles were, but I can absolutely try my best to go into detail how that pain is. And so, unfortunately, the only way that you are diagnosed with it is that they have to do laparoscopic surgery and make some incisions and go inside and see what's going on. I believe I read recently on TikTok last week that it can now be diagnosed via blood work. Do not quote me on that, okay? But at least I'm letting you know to be aware, do some research. Now, to do an overview, because again, I can tell you what I experienced, but of course, I like, again, when you bring in awareness, I try to bring like some facts and stuff like that, and I can still share my experience. But the overview of having endometriosis is a disorder in which tissue similar to the tissue that lines the uterus grows outside the uterus in places where it doesn't belong. Okay. With endometriosis, deposits of tissue that act just like the tissue lining the uterus develop outside the uterus. This tissue thickens, breaks down, and bleeds with each period. But the blood has no way to leave the body and becomes trapped. Painful periods can happen with endometriosis. There may be heavy bleeding or pain during sex, what I tell you, or when having a bowel movement or urination. Having trouble getting pregnant is also common with endometriosis. Pain medication and hormone therapy may ease symptoms. Minor surgery to remove endometriosis deposits can help with fertility problems, can also help in cases of severe pain. Let me explain something to y'all. That's the overview. So it's pretty much like telling you what they do. So the symptoms, it says it requires a medical diagnosis. Painful periods can happen, yada 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 yada. Um, so it's like pretty much if you're dealing with, it says people may experience pain areas in the lower abdomen, lower back, pelvis, rectum, or even your vagina. Pain circumstances. It can occur during sexual intercourse or while defecating. Menstrual, abnormal menstruation, heavy menstruation, irregular menstruation, painful menstruation, or spotting. GI, constipation or nausea, abdominal fullness or cramping, also common infertility. Like, and then the treatments, it's not, it's a pain medication and hormone therapy may ease symptoms, minor surgery, yada, 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 yada. But it says supportive care, medications, self care, surgery, medical procedure. And of course, laparoscopic surgery is on there, yada, yada, yada. And I've had quite a few. And I really, really, really cannot stress enough to women that when you are in pain that you cannot describe and your cycle is heavy, please go to your OBGYN. And even if and if you don't feel comfortable for whatever reason, I never understand how y'all be uncomfortable telling your OBGYN what's going on when you are pretty much about to fall off the edge of the bed because your legs is propped wide open and they're going inside. But you don't want to say, don't you get waxed? So make it make sense. You down there that close. Let me tell you what's going on, Doc. Okay. We besties at this point. If you can look down there and have me about to fall and you got your lights on and all that. And listen, we pretty much go together. You that close. But like, do not be scared. Like, you have to be open. And if they telling you, well, try this and try that and try this, do what I did. I found me an OBGYN specialist who started going to women clinics, not women clinics, it's the women's thing in Greenbelt or whatever. And I went. And after doing that, she introduced me to an endometriosis specialist. And then that's when things really started to change for me. They put me on birth control. So of course, kid was not getting pregnant because they ended up putting me on birth control because it helps with your estrogen levels, it gives progesterone and stuff like that. Definitely just do your research. But then unfortunately, things, took a turn and they had to have an emergency hysterectomy April 6th, 2016. That is coming up. Um, but and so when it says causes infertility, um, yeah, I ended up having a miscarriage. And when I had my miscarriage, things started to like really get bad. And after several doctor's appointments and stuff like that, you know, endometriosis had spread and turned cancerous and things of that nature. So, and one thing that people don't tell you is that endometriosis can spread through your body. Let me explain something to you. And just because I had a hysterectomy, I still have my ovaries. I have my right, I have my left. They're good, but I end up um uh I just want to say obtain. I don't even like that word. But I ended up being diagnosed, but I wanted to say something else. But anyway, I ended up being diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So not only do I deal with excruciating pain from cramping, I'm also dealing with pain and discomfort from cysts that's been growing on my ovaries. Just had surgery to remove some, what, 2 weeks, child, about 2 years ago, like 2022. Yeah, like April 2022. Yeah, almost 3 years ago. Like it affects my life a great deal. Like if you have endometriosis or you know somebody that have it, first of all, if you have it, please give yourself some grace. Second of all, if you know somebody have it, give them some grace, because I don't think that a lot of you all, especially if you have not done research, if you have not done research, you're not going to understand at all. So I urge you, I implore you to do your research, because there are times when I'm absolutely okay. And then out the blue, I am in pain that is indescribable. And it be hurting so incredibly bad. There are times where I am in full tears in this house by myself, just mind going all over the place, because it can take a mental toll, especially somebody that don't have a uterus, fallopian tube, cert. They done took it all. So I only got one little left jump, one little right jump. So what? It's causing this much pain and discomfort. Like, so what else is going on? Am I having some new cysts? Have some ruptured again? Or is it spreading? You start to just think of all these things. So while you already in pain physically, you find yourself emotionally in pain, mentally in pain. And you can, I promise to God, there are times where I have went to work, I'm fine, and out the blue, I'm starting to have spasms. And sometimes I'm like, ooh, mm, Mm. But then there are other times where it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to go home. Like there's no way I can sit right here to this pain, through this pain. I'm on my second set of prescriptions. They started me with this one. So now they have, let me back up. There's no cure for endometriosis at all, which is why I'm glad that we have a month to bring awareness. I don't think a lot of people talk about it. People talk more about fibroids, fibromyalgia, miscarriage and stuff like that. But like endometriosis is not really talked about as much. And sometimes it really bothers me, because you just you again, if they don't know, then they can't understand how you're feeling. And even if you Google, you know what I'm saying, it actually will tell you, like, it really can take a toll. And sometimes it'll definitely tell you like your stress levels got to be down and all of that. Like it's a having endometriosis really is a lifestyle change. I Like I said, they've now got medication, and they had me on one medication, and I'm talking about within a month there I ain't had no fled, no nothing. If I did, I couldn't feel it. But them side effects was on a total different spectrum for me. And I was like, I can't. I can't do it. And when I had a doctor's appointment, I just couldn't stop crying and stuff. And it was like, it's okay. Trust me, you're not the first person that's gone through this. I've said this. Um, we want to try you on some new medication. So I'm trying some new medication, and some of the side effects are starting to like really blow me. How about one of the side effects is abdominal pain? Can somebody make that make sense? So you mean to tell me that I'm taking medicine to help ease pain, but one of the side effects is abdominal pain? Okay. 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 And I've been having flares recently. Last week, it was no good. It started at work on Tuesday. And God, I thank you for having reasonable accommodations because I left. Okay. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I teleworked because I could not physically go nowhere. It wasn't gonna happen. And that be the thing. Like physically, sometimes I can't do nothing. There's times I've had plans and I know I be disappointing people. I know people be blown. People probably think I'm lying. I remember that when I was married, this man told me that he thought that I was exaggerating until he went on YouTube and saw some videos of women testimonials and exactly what endometriosis is, what it's about, and everybody's body is different. It's a case by case thing. I was already diagnosed of having a low tolerance for pain. So having a low tolerance for pain and having a condition that causes excruciating pain, that's like living in pain. It's so uncomfortable, but I do thank God for the people that get it. I thank God for the people that understand. It's like you don't need to give me no explanation. Take care. Do you need anything? You know what I mean? Like, and it affects your mood. Man, y'all, please do some research. Cause if especially those that's following me on here that know me like personally, like if you ever think I'm exaggerating, please do your research. Sure, you might come in and give me an apology. Yeah. Who? Here's the thing, and then I'm gonna go. The rain getting a little heavy. Here's the thing. What makes you think that a woman? Because I'm not gonna say. You know what? We're gonna back up out of that. What makes you think that I? Because I can't speak for everybody else. What makes you think that I want to walk around faking pain? When y'all know that I created Cruise with Key to heal from mental and emotional pain and baggage from childhood trauma. You think I want to walk around and fake a physical pain? Ain't nobody got time for that. I like to have a good time. When I'm having a flare, it shuts me down from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. I don't have nothing for you, you or you. And it's like I honestly be feeling like I don't have no control. And that's another thing that I don't like. I cannot stand not having control over my mood. That's not okay. It is what it is though. Like I'm never faking. Trust that. Ain't nobody got time for that. That ain't cute. It ain't. And like I said, when you're in pain, you by yourself. I'm really I don't tell you too much. But yeah, I ain't trying to be by myself all the daggone time, every day, all day, because I'm in pain and I don't feel like being bothered. Ain't nobody. One thing for sure, two things for certain. People really don't like to be around kid when she mute because they feel like something is wrong and she probably about to spaz, she probably about to kirk, or it's I ain't even really like that. Back up out of that. But I can be very dry. And dry kid is just she's just it's just not a good time. I know me. I know me. I know when I'm having a flare, I'm not the best person to be around. But I do appreciate that when people can sense the energy is a little off, they become a little catering. And I'm not used to that at all, but I appreciate it. You know what I mean? So I thank God for people that get it. Again, Endometriosis Awareness Month is March. Do some research. Endometriosis. We're gonna talk about it. And I know how to spell it. Okay, we'll try this one more time. Okay. I'm just gonna look at it because clearly I can't just say it right now. Endometriosis. I know this like the back of my hand, but again, anyway, y'all have y'all a wonderful. I hope you're having a good week. Happy first day of spring, you guys. Um, and that's something, that's how life is. We was in one season yesterday, and now we're in a new season today. Oh God, I thank you for waking me up in a new season. See, sometimes you got you gotta be thankful. God, I thank you for that was good. Oh God, I thank you for waking me up. I always say, God, I thank you, but it just hit me like, yeah, you now you're walking in a new season. And I'm excited. I'm always excited about new seasons because you're just like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get, and March Madness has been bomb. Ooh, Clemson. That's all we gonna say. But go Duke, okay? Um, hope you've been having a great week. Hope you have an amazing weekend. One of my sissies had her birthday Tuesday. Happy birthday again, India. I will see you tomorrow. Um, who else birthday? I don't know nobody else's birthday coming up. Yeah, if it is, just drop it in the comments. I shout you out, okay? I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Continue to do so. If you want to follow me, I am Cruise with Key on Instagram. And I think it's just Key Cruise on TikTok. What's my name on TikTok? I don't really post like that. It's Key Spec 22. I don't really post. I literally only, for the most part, post Cruise with Key. Every now and again, I like, hey, it's me. Check in. Hey. And every now and again, I do a little post, but I'm not really on social media like that. Not like that. I got an Instagram, and I'm almost never on it. I don't like nothing about it. Okay, I think I've been gone for so long that it's like, I don't need it, but I'm just trying to, do better with this. I love you guys. Be safe, be safe, be safe. And I will see you soon. Bye.